This is the sign diagram tutorial. All of these have been factorised for me. So I have x-intercepts at 0, 2 and -2. So I'm going to do a number line in terms of x, and I'll have a 0, -2 and 2. And I know that at -2, y is equal to 0. So y of -3 will be negative times -3, -5, negative, and that's always going to be positive because it's squared. So it's going to be negative times positive, which is a positive. So we're going to be up here in the positive when x is less than -2. In between -2 and 0, -1, that will be negative, that will be negative, and that will be positive. Therefore, we have a positive, and we're still up here in the positive. Y of 1 will be positive. 1 minus 2 is negative, and that will be positive because it's something squared, so that gives me a negative. And y of 3 is going to be positive, 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 therefore we're up here positive. So we have positive, 0, positive, negative, positive. That's the sign diagram for this particular polynomial. Looking at question number 2, I'm interested in on my number line 0, 2 and 3. And that's my x, and I've got zeros at that point. So y of -1 will be negative, negative, positive. Therefore, it's a positive, because a negative times a negative times a positive gives a positive. Y of, in between here will be 1, will be positive. 1 minus 2 is negative. 3 minus 1 is positive. We're going to be down here at negative. Y of 2.5 will be positive. 2.5 minus 2 is positive. 3 minus 2.5 is positive. So we're up here. And y of 4 will be positive. 4 minus 2 is positive, and 3 minus 4 is negative. We're going to be down here. Okay, looking at question number 3, do my number line. I've got a number here at 2 and 7 on 2. So 2 and 7 on 2. Yep, that's correct. So these are my x's. This is my positive, this is my negative on my y's. So y of 0 will be negative, and 7 squared is positive, therefore negative. Y of between 2 and 3.5 is 3, will be 3 minus 2 is 1, cubed is positive. 3 is negative 6, it's going to be positive because it's squared, so that's positive. And y of 4 will be 4 minus 2 positive times positive, which will be positive. So negative, 0, positive, 0, positive will be the sign diagram. And looking at the last one, question number 4, I've got a 0, a negative, 3 on 2 and a 3. Okay, so y of -2, because -2 is to the left of minus 1.5. Negative times negative is positive. Negative 4 plus 3 is negative. And something squared is positive, so we're in the negative. Y of -1 will be negative times negative is positive. -1, so that's -2 plus 3 is positive, and anything squared is positive. So we're up here at positive. Y of 1 will be negative. 1 plus 3 is positive. Positive, so that gives me a negative. And lastly, y of 4 will be negative, positive, positive, so down here at negative again. That's my x's, that's my positive or negative y's, and they're the 4 sine diagrams.